Hello, and thank you for joining us for the TA Set-Aside or TAP Application Guidance presentation. My name is Rebecca Capular, and I'm the Assistant Chief of Multimodal Planning here at NDOT. I'm overseeing the TAP application process along with my colleague, Albert Hawkes. The purpose of this presentation is to provide an overview of the TAP application process, implementation requirements, and resources available to you as you work through the application. The TA Set-Aside program provides federal funding for projects that expand travel choices and enhance the transportation experience. The program places a strong emphasis on bicycle and pedestrian projects and projects that improve safety for non-motorized users. This program also provides an opportunity for smaller scale projects to receive federal funding. Projects can be funded up to 95% through this program with a 5% match requirement. The match must be a local match requirement. TAP works as a reimbursement grant program, meaning funded agencies pay for project costs and then submit monthly invoices to NDOT for reimbursement. There is no maximum or minimum project cost. However, NDOT is recommending a minimum of $50,000. A summary of eligible applicants is provided on this slide. Eligible applicants are listed in the TAP fact sheet and application guidance document linked at the end of this presentation. A PDF of this presentation is also available on the NDOT TAP website for your reference. Eligible project types include bicycle and pedestrian facilities, including both transportation and recreation, safe routes to school program projects, historical preservation, and environmental mitigation, among with others. Micro-mobility solutions are a new eligible project type. Ineligible project types include MPO administrative costs, promotional activities, except under the Safe Routes to School program, routine facility maintenance and operations, and general recreation park and facilities, such as playground equipment, sports fields, and campgrounds. The application process is divided into three main project categories: infrastructure, planning, and non-infrastructure. Infrastructure projects include the design or construction of an eligible capital improvement, like a trail, sidewalk, or bike lane. Planning projects include the analysis required to develop a scope, schedule, and budget for a future capital improvement. Non-infrastructure projects focus on the education, outreach, and staffing needs related to Safe Routes to School programs. Each project type has different application questions and scoring criteria. The TAP application is divided into 6 sections outlined on this slide. The application information section asks for basic information about the project sponsor. The project information section is where you will describe the project, including identifying the project on a map. Under the application technical capacity, you will note whether you've completed your required pre-application meeting and training along with staff capabilities. Project readiness is a key emphasis area for this application cycle. Under this section, you will include schedule milestones for the project, including the status of environmental, right-of-way, and utilities work for infrastructure projects. Under the project budget section, you will indicate the amount of funding you're requesting and provide a detailed cost estimate. And finally, the additional information section is optional, but allows you the opportunity to provide additional descriptions, letters of support, or other documentation. There are a total of 32 to 36 application questions depending on your project type. The scoring criteria that will be used to evaluate potential projects are provided on this slide. This criteria were selected to align with federal objectives as well as our internal One Nevada goals. The scoring criteria are slightly different for infrastructure and planning projects versus non-infrastructure projects. Projects are scored under each category on a yes/no basis, receiving 1 point for yes and 0 points for no. Key milestones for the application process are summarized in the graph on the slide. The TAP call for project was released on February 14th, and applications are due on April 14th, 2023 by 5 p.m. We anticipate announcing project rankings and beginning to collaborate with the highest ranked applications beginning in June of this year. Before we wrap up, I wanted to highlight a few requirements for project implementation of the highest ranked projects. Required project kickoff meetings with NDOT will be held, and then we will begin to work through the local agency agreement process. Throughout the process, regular reporting and coordination meetings will be required. Also, be aware that the federal requirements listed here will also apply to projects selected. The NDOT TAP web page is the repository for resources throughout the application process. We have developed a 2-page fact sheet and a more detailed 13-page application guidance document that provides all the information you'll need about the program and application. We have also developed a series of sample application forms, one for each project type: infrastructure, planning, and non-infrastructure. These sample forms are provided to be downloadable Word documents. You can fill out the document, edit it, spell check, and share with colleagues before entering the information into the online application. This is especially important because you will not be able to save the online application and return to it before submitting. Once you're comfortable with the sample application, you can proceed to fill out the online application. Thank you for watching. This completes the application guidance presentation. Completing this video fulfills your pre-application training requirement for the TAP application process. If you have any questions that we haven't addressed here, please feel free to reach out to myself or Albert via the information provided on the previous screen. Thank you so much.